Hi, welcome to Lunchtime Live with Sharon Galuzzo. Trying something new today. I'm trying to do this live from outside. So I have the headphones on, so hopefully it'll capture my voice. Wasn't sure if you'd be able to hear me if I just use the mic on my phone. So I'm plugged in and I'm really excited to talk to you today. Before we get started, I do want to let you know that I am outside. I'm in beautiful historic downtown Apex. You can see the sky behind me, some historic buildings on the other side. And hey there, so there'll be might be people walking by, there could be trains, there could be cars. Like I said, trying this for the first time to see how it goes outside because it's just beautiful here, and I wanted to share my work environment with you a little bit and some of the beautiful places that I get to see every day. Don't forget, if you are watching on your cell phone and you want to like something, you can hit the like button and you'll see bubbles floating across. If you're watching this later or on your laptop or desktop computer and you like it, it'll just like as a regular post on Facebook. If you want to jump in and ask any questions, please do. I have both my computer and my phone open, so I will be able to answer any questions that you have or share any comments. I'll try to acknowledge you as you pop on. And I do appreciate your joining me and helping me learn about this new Facebook Live technology. And I've mentioned before, I am involved in a Facebook Live challenge, so this is part of my obligation to do, but it was something that I wanted to do anyway, was get with you and share some information. And before you ask, yes, my hair is purple. Yes, it is temporary. My daughter and I were having fun coloring one another's hair the other day, so that's another fun thing for you to look at, some purple hair. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. The topic today is who is in charge of your business? Who's running your business? Now you might go, well, that's just a stupid topic. I'm running my business. What are you talking about? Who's running my business? But we need to know what part of you is running your business. Knowing who you are, what you do, and how you operate is a very important part of your success strategy. Because if you're trying to operate your business because you're following what someone else is doing, but it's not who you are, your authentic or true self, or the way you operate and the way you process things, you're not going to be as successful trying to do it another way. So learning who you are, how you operate, where you're coming from will make you much more successful in your business. And so today I want to talk about who's in charge. When we operate our businesses, primarily we have two sides. Now there are a lot of us who operate very well from both sides. And there are a lot of people who predominantly go one way or the other. So I'm just going to address as if it were one or the other, but I understand and appreciate that there are people who operate very well from both places, and they are actually extremely gifted, and it's wonderful when you have the ability to switch back and forth. So the first way that you might operate your business is from your heart. And hey, I just got a text message that may or may not be showing up on this video, sorry. But if you're a heart-centered person, you operate your business from your heart, you operate from your passion, you make decisions sorry, I don't know if I just went away or you just got to see all of that. I was trying to get rid of it. So anyway, when you're operating your business from your heart, you're a passionate person. You're passionate about your work. You might be a very calm, mellow person. You don't have to be a crazy, extroverted, loud person to be somebody who's passionate about what you do. Hi, Peter. But the decisions that you make and the way that you approach your business, the way that you decide what you're going to do and what you're not going to do, the way you approach everything that you're doing is a heart-centered approach. So if you're operating your business from your heart, then you are going to be making things, you're going to look at your end product, how it's going to impact your customer, or how you can make that passion inside of you change the lives of other people the way it's changed your life. The center of decision making is centered in your heart. Now, heart-centered people and mind-centered people are both very successful. They're very results-driven. It's just that their results are coming from a different place. Now, if you're a mind-centered person, you're probably more analytical about the way you approach your business. That doesn't mean you're not passionate about what you're doing. It's just that the way you approach your business and the things that are involved in your decision making are coming more from a reason base as opposed to passion. So you are looking at your business from a very analytical perspective. So you could say, okay, I want to do something, but it's going to be completely based on results. I want to know the ROI on every single thing I do. I want to know what the return on my investment for my time, for my money, for everything that I do. It's going to be attached to almost a calculation. So when you're making decisions about your business, you're looking at it from the perspective of like numbers and analysis and calculations, and that's how you're approaching your business. You're making decisions based on facts. A heart-based person is going to make decisions based on maybe feelings. That doesn't mean that you don't take both into account. It's just, where is that driver coming from? Where is it that you're feeling really good and very centered and very good about your business? It's going to come from one of those two places. And so you just need to know that. It's not that there's anything wrong with either one. Both are very, very successful. They just get to their result in a different way. Their path is different. So knowing what's driving you and what's important to you and how you're making your decisions is going to make you more effective at running your business. Because if you're a heart-based person and you've been running your business in a very analytical fashion, that is a good way to drain your energy and to make you feel that you're ill at ease. You're not comfortable and you're not where you feel really solid. The same thing for a mind-centered person. When you're trying to make decisions in your passion and with not results-based things in mind, that becomes more difficult for you. You feel not quite centered, not quite at ease. So while you still need to take both sides into consideration when you're making your decisions, it's great to know where you come from. Then that's a place for you to start, and you can add the pieces that aren't natural to you as you go, as opposed to discarding either one. So whenever you're a heart-based person, as I said, results-driven, absolutely results-driven, but your results are satisfying a need. It's an accomplishment for you to get where you're going. So you're going to want to think about your results in a way that's going to feed back into your heart. For a mind-based person, your results-driven are more of a goal. It's very clear, it's very concrete, and you're looking at your achievement. So you're looking at, did I check off all the boxes? Did I do all the things that I needed to do? I have a blog post about this, and it actually is centered on my daughters and what I've learned by watching them be runners in high school and college. They both started running in high school, and they're completely different. One runs from her heart, the other runs from her mind. And it is amazing to watch their processes. And I thought, understanding that, I used that in my blog post as a way for us to be objective and look at our businesses from a place of objectivity, looking at someone's running processes. That would help us understand what we're doing in our businesses and how to reconnect with those things in our businesses that are more in line with who we are as people, how we're made, our DNA, our personality, whatever you want to call it, so that we can understand and appreciate I'm a heart-based person. I'm sure you could tell that. But I am. The things that I do from my heart. I do because I care. I do because I want everyone to be successful. I want everyone to reach their dreams. And anything that I can do to help people get there, that's my goal. That's what I want to accomplish. And I have friends that are very, very mind-based. They're very analytical. Everything is spelled out. And I know that if I were to try to follow that model, it would not be an easy process for me. I could do it. I'm very good. I can switch back and forth. But working from that and only that is draining to me and makes it a little bit more difficult for me. So trying to pull things back to where I can have, this is the goal, and I define it for myself as a heart-based person, and my husband as a mind-based person has the exact same goal, but he's going to get there in a different way, and we are able to acknowledge and respect one another's individual process as long as we end up in the same place. So really think about what it is that you're doing in your business, and are you coming from your heart or your mind, and are you honoring that place and following the processes you need to follow to get where you're going. One thing that I say in my training with the Plan Piper and all of my training is that success is different for every single person. I once did a training seminar, and I was talking about sales and these numbers and those numbers, and if you do this much, you reach these numbers in this amount of time. And I thought, this is going to be great. Everybody's going to love this. It's great information. And after the session was over, one of the women came up to me and she said, you know what, that's great, and I'm really happy that your sales are at that level, but I really don't want my sales to be at that level. I want them to be at a level so that I still have time to take care of my kids and hang out with my kids. And so it was a lifestyle that she was looking for. Her definition of success did not have anything to do with sales numbers. Her definition of success had to do with her quality of life. And that really was a light bulb moment for me to understand that success is different for every single person. My definition of success is not the same as your definition of success. So you need to know what your definition is and why you want to go there, and then heart or head, how you're going to get there. So I really want to just encourage you to think about who it is you are authentically, and make sure you're honoring your processes. And when you have to work outside of the head or the heart, that you're patient with yourself. It's going to be more difficult for you to operate outside of your natural strength area, but stick with it. Give yourself breaks. Give yourself permission that it might take longer for you to follow that process, and just be okay with it. And I do want to encourage you to go and check out my blog post on this. And I called it Mind-Centered in this video. I think I called it Heart-Centered in my blog post. But go to SharonGaluzzo.com. I ran out of room. I fixed the N as the right direction. But if you go to SharonGaluzzo.com and go to Sharon Shares, that's where all my blog posts are listed. So you can go there and check out the blog post and find out more about my runners, heart-centered and head-centered runners, and read that blog post and think about how that can go back and connect to your business, and how you can use that to be more successful by your own definition of success. And make sure that you're being authentic and true to who you are and how you want to do business and how you want to make a difference in the world, doing what you've chosen to do. Every business, even if it's exactly the same business, is different because the people running that business are different. So go ahead and figure out what success means to you, and then go about it in the way that's most authentic to you. There's lots of training out there. There's lots of courses that you can take, and they're going to not always be in your main, in the way that you approach your business, either heart or head, mind. They might be different, but there still may be value that you can take from that. And what I learned when we first started our business, I took every course imaginable. I took every training, every lunch and learn, every seminar, everything I could possibly get to learn how to run my business. And what I realized is sometimes I was sitting in these seminars and classes, and they were describing something that we were supposed to do. Do it this way. This is the way you should do it. And I'm sitting there going, but that doesn't really match my model, my business model, because some of those were like entrepreneurs that didn't have a franchise, and sometimes the franchise already had a structure for those types of things. So it kind of put me in a state of discomfort, not understanding, I'm supposed to do it this way, but I'm told to do it this way, and I'm sort of at odds with myself and what's going on in my business. So what I learned was, take the valuable pieces of information that are offered in those trainings and pull that to you and use that information. And those things that don't fit, don't discard them completely, but put them on a shelf, because one day they might fit. They may not fit today, but they might fit tomorrow. But if you can't encompass every single thing that the trainer is giving to you, it's okay to pull out the pieces that work for you and put the others aside, so that maybe you can use them at another time. And be okay with that, because nobody knows your business the way you know your business. Nobody has the success in mind that you have in mind. So honor who you are, what you want, and use the things that you're being told in the way that will best fit you. Now, the reason I say put them on the shelf is that sometimes those things are just challenging for you. Sometimes they don't fit where you are now, but in a year they'll fit perfectly. So make sure that you're not just throwing things away because you don't like them or you don't want to do them, but challenge yourself. Should I really incorporate that into my business? And be true to who you are, and keep that information on the shelf, and when you're ready, pull it out and look at it, see if it fits you now. If not, put it back on the shelf. And sometimes it may never. Sometimes it's not ever going to be what you need. But sometimes you'll find, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I need, and I need it right now. Now I'm ready for that information. So wanted to let you know of a new resource that's going to be on my website. I haven't put it up yet, but a colleague of mine he's an attorney, and he just wrote a fabulous new book. It's called Checkmark Startup. So if you're thinking about starting a business in North Carolina, it is North Carolina law-based, that is a great book to pick up, so you can start your business and you know that you've done everything that you need to do to be legal and to have filed everything that you need to file. It's Richard Bobholz is the author, and I might say Richard Wayne Bobholz, I'm not sure. But I asked him, I ran into him this weekend. He just put his book out, and he has agreed to allow me to put a link on my web page. So you would go to SharonGaluzzo.com, there we go, and go to the resources button. On the resources button, I do have a bunch of books and videos that are just, I think, fabulous for business owners. And I really encourage you to go there, go to SharonGaluzzo.com, go to the resources tab, and check out the books that are there. And I will, in the next week or so, get that link up there so that you can check out Checkmark Startup. Hey Jack, see that you just joined in. And I am really excited about this book, and I hope that you will take the opportunity to check it out and see if you're starting a brand new business, what you need to do to make sure that all your I's are dotted, all your T's are crossed. And this is something that Richard specializes in. He helps businesses start up all the time, and he knows what he's talking about. So that I think the information in there is going to be extremely valuable to people who are starting new businesses. So again, I just encourage you to go check out my blog post. I will actually attach it to the live after it posts up on Facebook. And I hope that you will think about who you are and who's running your business, because being true to who you are from the beginning and in the center of your business will always help you be more successful every day. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed your lunch, and I'll see you next week, noon on Tuesday, for Lunchtime Live. Thanks.